Hello. I just finished another stream with most of my friends. We did the Game Awards. If you don't know, today was the Game Awards. Happens once a year, hosted by Jeff Keighley. I had so much fun. It was 4 hours long. So I'm honestly kind of tired, but the new Arcana that I've been looking forward to came out today. A Variable Gunner on the left, and Forbidden Alchemist on the right. Now, if you don't know Mabinogi, I've streamed it a couple of times, but it's a very unique MMO. Instead of like picking a class and being stuck as that class, you can just pick up anything and do whatever you want. And I played very casually for a long time, but one thing I always had a passion for is this right here, Alchemy, or Battle Alchemy specifically. It's basically a Mega Buster. That's how I've always seen it, and if you know me, you know I really like Mega Man, so... in fact, I should have a PNG here. Yes. There we go. Oh, that's tiny. Hang on, I'm gonna crank this open, or raise that up a bit. Alright. So the new Arcana came out today. So for a while now, it felt like Alchemy was kind of abandoned. It wasn't quite as strong as some of the other talents, but I still liked using it anyway. However, today, we finally got the new Forbidden Alchemist and Variable Gunner Arcana. So, Arcanas are like combinations of two talents, and they're very OP, and they're meant for like mid to late to end game or whatever. But nowadays, like they're basically giving them out like candy if you play right now. At least one of them. You get your choice of one of them. And I mean, I love Alchemy, man. I love it. I'm currently Sacred Guardian, if you want to know my progress Arcana-wise. Also, we're in the middle of town, so it's very laggy. In fact, I think I'll change channel to, like, one of the... whoever is on channel 16. In fact, I sometimes forget that we even have that many channels. Okay. Hopefully that runs a little better now. I have all the Arcana at level 50, except for... they renamed it to Arsenal Gunner, and I'm like... I think I preferred Variable Gunner, which was the KR name. So that's what I'm likely going to call it. Variable Gunner and Forbidden Alchemist. So this is the Arcana for dual guns, and this is the Arcana for Alchemy cylinders, which is what I'll be getting. I'll be getting them both eventually, as I've gotten all the other ones. However, I mean, I'm just so happy. I am just so happy to finally have one focused around cylinders. So I will admit, I kind of don't want to use, like, the weapons that are dropping, but I did make an exception for the Perseus Tyrannus Guard Cylinder. Just because I want, like, this is something I've wanted for a long time, and this thing outclasses my Rebus Guard Cylinder by, like, a factor of 100. And you can store crystals in here, which is honestly pretty cool. Someone is punching the soul out of a tree nearby. We're just going to ignore that person. And I'm here to start the quest line to get the Variable Gunner, or not Variable Gunner, Forbidden Alchemist. So I was going to prep, but it took so long to prep everything I needed to prep for the Game Awards stream that I wasn't able to sort my inventory around and get a hold of all of my herbs. So apparently I very lightly checked the patch notes. You can mix herbs and alchemical crystals to buff certain skills, and that's new because it's a combination talent of battle alchemy and potion making, and I think that's so cool. I only wish we were throwing potions out, you know. Like, come on. I don't think there is one like that, but we'll see. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to Leor. This place is probably going to be packed. We're going to use the Arcana Association room warp. Okay. Being on the the last channel seems to have, you know, there's much less people here. Is that Weiss Schnee from Ruby? No, but quite cute. Alright, so we have to talk to Leor and ask him about promising candidates. Okay, so I got some water with me. I'm probably gonna have to get some more in a bit because I don't know why, but the writing for this game has become very flowery and very like. How do I word this? There's a lot of reading as of late, maybe like the last year or two. So I'm ready. I want this Arcana, so I'll deal with it. Hello, Leor. We're looking for promising candidates. I'm always asking around for potential candidates who might be able to make use of Arcana. Perhaps this is a good chance for you to dabble in new Arcana yourself. So I have everybody, except for these two new ones. Mishael, and Taise, or Tais. I'm not sure how you'd pronounce that. I want to say Taise. So we're going to go with Taise here. Ah, it looks like you're more than worthy to walk the path of the Forbidden Alchemist. The prerequisite is Grandmaster Potion Making and Grandmaster Battle Alchemy. It just so happens that I've discovered someone whose skills are an excellent match for this Arcana as well. So, how about it? Would you like to learn the particulars of the Forbidden Alchemist Arcana talent? That's fine. If I could have picked Forbidden Alchemist for the Arcana boost quest, I absolutely would. But I'll have to train this one from the ground up, sadly. So we should have a quest line in the Arcana tab now. Forbidden Alchemist. I decided to do something I've never seriously considered before, seeking potential candidates for the Arcana Association by sifting through the tales of the terrifying and supernatural circulating out there in the world. Here's hoping I don't come to regret it. Talk to Leor in the association room. Ah, there you are, Alexander. I feel like it's been a while. Let's get right down to business. I heard two scary stories while hunting down leads for promising Arcana candidates, and the association will be looking into both of them. Indeed, I've been looking into ghost stories and other supernatural accounts, likely including some things you've heard of before as well. It's not impossible to find their origins, but you know the sort. Things like, if you go to this place at night and do these things, three things, a ghost will appear. Yeah, you know, say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror, or say Beetlejuice 3 times. Initially, I thought these were just more of the same, spread wide enough to have reached ears within the castle, but then I thought, why not take it as an official mission? On the surface, taking on such an assignment would help boost the Arcana Association's public image. You know, tracking down a rumor that has people spooked. But of course, the real appeal is something deeper than that. I wondered whether looking into accounts of supernatural phenomena might actually be a decent way to go about looking for Arcana candidates. But before I get into details, I feel like I need to ask. Alexander, are you fond of scary stories? Honestly, yeah. It's fun listening to spooky and scary stories. You tell Leor you enjoy hearing tales of hauntings, inexplicable phenomena, UFO sightings, and other such things. Well, I mean, we've had actual UFOs crash land in Mabinogi, right? The anniversary event last year? The 16th anniversary event? Yes, this game's been going for like 17 years now, gonna be 18 years early next year. And I've played since 2009? Holy shit, that'll be, in 2029, that'll be 20 years. I have just aged in a millisecond. I'm just gonna take those dark thoughts, and we're gonna put them aside for now. I can be depressed about being old later. Well, that's about what I was expecting from someone with as many adventures under their belts as you have, Alexander. I suppose courage comes easy when you're that strong. At any rate, in order to explain what we'll be doing, I'll tell you the ghost stories I heard. The first actually has nothing to do with Arcana, admittedly. Laura gives you a light smile as he launches into the first ghost story. Curiously, as he begins telling the tale, the air in the room takes on a strangely gloomy, desolate aspect. In most tellings, the first ghost story seems to be called Pick Me Up. Infinite Gacha? Bro, Pick Me Up Infinite Gacha is a great webtoon. Just don't read it if you don't like character deaths, because there is a lot of them. Jesus Christ. Like, every raid has at least 5+. The rumor has it that, on very stormy days, when there's lightning and heavy rains, if you go to Corb Valley, you can find a random herb that looks out of place. Some say it's a base herb, other versions of the story say it's a mandrake. But regardless of the type of herb, the warning in all cases is that you must not pick it. Of course, there are many sensible reasons why you wouldn't want to pick an herb up in a thunderstorm. It could be hard to tell if it's poisonous, or you might slip on the wet ground while trying to pull it out. But it wouldn't be much a scary story if that was the reason. No, the story goes that if you pick this herb, you won't be able to return to the world you knew ever again, even if you take the herb and leave Korb Valley, heading for Tara. Of course, eventually you'll arrive at Tara, except it's not the Tara you knew. It's the Shadow Realm, but something different entirely. It's not the Shadow Realm, but something different entirely. A place no one has ever been, where you're completely isolated. Hey, Matt. I'm getting the new Arcana. It's Battle Alchemist and Dual Guns, if you have anyone of your characters rocking Dual Guns or Battle Alchemy. If you want to escape from that place, the only way is to completely abandon your appearance. From head to toe, not a single thing can look the same as how you looked before. Some remain trapped there for a long time, unable to hear or see or even eat anything. Eventually, they begin to waste away, shrinking and losing even their colors, ultimately reduced to a wrinkled, herb-like appearance. From somewhere, their feeble voices cry out, "Pick me up. Pick me up." So, what did you think? Honestly, no matter how many times I listened to this story, it felt rather nonsensical to me. There's really nothing about it that piqued my interest. But in order to take on the case that actually seemed like it had some promise, we ended up with this one as well. Frankly, even if it turned out to be true, I'm not sure how we'd even address it. You asked Leor about a particular detailed ghost story he shared, noting that to be reborn into a completely new appearance might prove difficult for the Tuatha de Danann people. Ah, that's right. As a Militian, it's a simple matter to abandon your previous appearance, isn't it, Alexander? You kinda do it every time you rebirth, so I've heard. Hey, Rave. The new Arcana are Forbidden Alchemist on the right, and actually it looks like I'm covering up the Variable Gunner. But Battle Alchemy, based, charge shots, and dual guns, you know, they're kinda cool, I guess. I'll be unlocking both, but I'm absolutely getting Forbidden Alchemist first. To think, such an easy solution was staring me right in the face all this time. With you around, we'll have no problem, even if this particular ghost story turns out to be legitimate. With that settled, let's find a good time on some day where the weather is awful to go out and look into this. Anyway, now let me explain the second story, the one we're actually interested in. The weather outside is... We don't know when the weather turned, but it seems to be storming and blistering outside right now. The conditions seem ideal for investigating the first ghost story. Goodness, the weather's gotten rather nasty today, hasn't it? That's an odd coincidence. Let's say we make for Korb Valley. It seems as good an opportunity as any to look into that first story. I'll join you, Alexander. If that rumor somehow turns to have any truth to it, someone else will need to be there to verify your return to our world. That'll also give me an opportunity to tell you about the second ghost story on the way there. Okay, Korb Valley. We have VIP for free right now, so you can just warp anywhere for free. So I'll just warp. Plus, I'm pretty sure Korb Valley is just north of Tara. It's not very far at all. Oh my god, it's actually raining? Is it programmed to do that, or is this just a coincidence? Ooh, spooky! I'm gonna wind up as an herb. It's not actually all that scary, though. Okay, so the story thus far, Leor, while looking for new Arcana candidates, heard some ghost stories and decided to check them out. Also, this is why I like Battle Alchemy. I have a Mega Buster arm, for all intents and purposes. It charges up to 5 charges for the max damage. However, with Chain Cylinder, you get the charge up all the way. And it normally has a 10-second cooldown, but with my Fergusus guard cylinder, or my Fergusus regular cylinder, not the guard cylinder, it reduces the cooldown by 8 seconds, and then by having an ERG level 50 Fergusus weapon, that's lowered down to an extra 2 seconds, meaning every single shot is charged for maximum damage. Also, they rebalanced alchemy to scale better than it did before, so I'm hoping I'm actually dealing good damage now. We'll find out when I run some dungeons later. So here we are, Korb Valley. You listen a moment, hearing the dreary droning as sheets of rain fall on the valley. Before we head into the valley, let me tell you about the second supernatural story I mentioned before. This one seems to be most often referred to as the Cursed Girl. To be precise, the girl herself isn't cursed. She's the one who does the cursing. The title comes from the belief whoever meets her will experience eternal suffering. There have even been people claiming to have happened upon this girl, saying that looking her in the eyes caused them to lose their breath, develop a splitting headache, and in some more serious cases, completely pass out. Even if a person takes no action that threatens or harms the girl, simply coming into contact with her leads one to suffer, hence the title, The Cursed Girl. With that brief explanation out of the way, you're probably wondering what the story has to do with the Arcana. In summary, it seems clear to me that what this girl possesses, a power most don't recognize or understand, and one which she seems unable to control well. I believe there's a significant possibility that what this girl possesses is an Arcana, though I have no way of knowing which talents form the basis of her powers. People are easily frightened by things with which they're unfamiliar. That's a natural response, of course, but such fears often lead to misunderstandings. At the very least, I want to avoid harboring those kinds of apprehensions. Right as you respond to Leor, a peal of thunder echoes across the sky, and the storm lets loose another wave of dribbling rain. As I recall, there were also supposed sightings of the Cursed Girl in Corb Valley, so while we're out looking into the first rumor about the talking herbs, we also have a chance of running into the girl. That would really be like catching two birds with one stone, wouldn't you agree? For now, let's focus our efforts on ascertaining the truth of the first ghost story. I'll hold down the fort here while you search the valley for herbs and bring one back, if you find any that seem to match the rumors. This tale seems much more far-fetched than the rumors of the Cursed Girl, so there's no need to feel restless. The worst that's likely to happen is catching a cold from being out in this weather. Leor, I'm a Militian. A little bit of a cold's not going to stop me. Pretty sure we've fought off gods before. The Cursed Girl. It looks like the shed skin of some kind of insect. These things litter the forest floor during some seasons. Yeah, just looking around, I guess. I don't expect this to take long to unlock, by the way. I don't have any, what's the word? I'm gonna have to crack open the random boxes and hope I get some passes. My random box is expired. Well, I can get 15 more of those probably, so we'll just hope we get some passes. It's just a weed that got trampled upon and torn up by some animal passing through. Look elsewhere for the herb. It's gotta be the third one, right? Also, when's the last time we came to Corb Valley for anything? That wasn't that one shadow mission. I love it here, and I love the music. Also, how do you like my outfit? In the event right now, if anyone's listening that hasn't played in a while, you can pick between, like, almost any outfit in the entire fucking game. It's kind of crazy. And then you get to keep it when the event's over. Normally the rentals they take away once the event ends, but, I mean, not this time around. You could take anything. You could even take the William outfit that increases your commercing speed. Yeah, it doesn't look good. I don't like shorts, personally. However, increasing commerce speed reforges? That's pretty good right there. Anyway. Let's see. While navigating between puddles in the rain-soaked earth, you notice a single mandrake root lying on the ground. It's a slightly different color than others you've seen, and it gives off a strange smell. Huh? Is that actually a, what's the word? Stock scream? Followed by the glass gabling, scary noises? The mandrake smells overwhelmingly acrid, like harsh chemicals. One whiff makes your head buzz. You feel a bit dizzy. You quickly pull the mandrake away from your nose, taking huge breaths of clean air. You thought, for a second, that you heard something like a scream on the edge of your consciousness, but maybe that was your imagination. You found the first sign mentioned in the rumors, the herb. You should find Leor and return to Tara. No, we can just do it here, Leor. Oh, Well, if they'll give me a cutscene, I'll take it. Where did Leor go? Is this really another world? Hello, ma'am. You asked the girl whether this is really another world. Monster! That kind of whiz-fizz must be a monster. Excuse me? Gotta mess up its eyes and run. Yo, can I chuck a potion as a skill? I was just complaining that we didn't have one of those, but if we do, that's awesome. Girl's alchemy crystal. A crystal dropped by an unknown girl. It gleams with a peculiar hue, but you're unable to determine its elemental alignment. But that's clearly Earth! But it's not like any alchemy crystal I've ever seen. Now do they want me to meet up with Leor? Also, she called me a monster, but her design is kind of based, so that's fine. Very, Hexmania, in a good way. Does this look any different now? 30,000 damage to a poor level 1 fox. Feel kind of bad about that. Also, at some point, I'm going to... It's not letting me use my dressing room, never mind. I'm going to change to my alchemist outfit, even though I'm rocking this right now. Is the next part of the quest talk to Leor? Oh no, use the girl's alchemy crystal, really? It might just show me her past. The color of this girl's alchemy crystal is so subtle, it's hard to tell what element it is. Do you have a memory on the alchemy crystal? Sure. It shimmers mysteriously in a myriad of colors. Myriad? Mom said not to go anywhere until she got back. I don't want to get in trouble, so I should stay here. She is incredibly cute, by the way. Prismy is going to be like, oh, he calls every girl he sees cute. Look, I actually can't beat those allegations. And I don't know, man. The characters in this game are adorable. What do you want me to say? Okay, anyway. Nothing's gonna pitter-skitter, right? Take a look around the room and examine the items you find. So we do have a couple of skills right off the bat, and I've already noticed... Oh, we have all of the Forbidden Alchemist skills. I calls them as I sees them. Amen. Also, Chemical Carnival. Does this actually throw potions, dude? Oh, that's so hype. It's in my inventory. A teddy bear. Oh, that's quite quaint. Also, is this a fucking Percy? Wiggle Giggle Bubbler. Oh my god, she has wacky names for everything. Yo, make this outfit available, please. I'll log in every day to get this outfit. The current one is Rowan, the mage, the Dark Diviner outfit. No, bro, you pointed it out at least once. I caught that. And you know what? That's fine. I think I mentioned marrying a plant girl at some point, so I definitely couldn't hold myself back. Her outfit's awesome too, man. I hope the male version has pants. Because this actually does look pretty hype. The hood doesn't seem to work, though. Normally when you press Y while you're wearing a hood, it'll actually put on the hood. But it doesn't seem to work for Taisei here. No new experiments. Mom said I have to remember all the rules. Cover up your eyes. Don't let any of the evil fumes in. Don't touch anything directly. Nothing in the space that you don't need. Get rid of used up things. And if you forget even one, that's how the pitter-skitter happens. Did I forget any? No, I can't let the ghosts or monsters in. I can't. I still don't have the fluffy tuff. I need it to protect me. I'm gonna screenshot this. It's kind of nonsense, but it's adorable. I kind of want to read up on all these skills. I did briefly skim the patch notes earlier. So we're going to combine not just alchemy crystals together, but also herbs. And thankfully I should have a decent stockpile of herbs. Probably not enough if this is going to be my main damaging Arcana. Can I actually see this? Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to experiment for a bit, because we're gonna be mixing water, like crystals and herbs, and this has different effects. Like, this could recover HP for allies, or give movement speed for allies. It's quite fascinating. And it's for the different skills, apparently. Chemical Carnival, Fangs of Stone. I think it's kind of a disappointing amount of skills. This is only technically 4 new combat skills for Alchemist, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, she doesn't have a guard cylinder right now, actually, so we can't use the skills. You need a guard cylinder and a cylinder. Also, she has this animation even with a weapon out. Normally, you need to have your hands empty for an animation. Inspect the shiny objects in the room. What was the word again? Quail? Oh, I know. It's a scritch scratch. Huh? Why? There's sizzle frizzle, drip drop, whooshy whoosh, and fluffy tough. Can I get that one more time, Taisei? I got an email pop up, kind of screwing over my message log over here. Okay. Sizzle frizzles fire, drip drops water, whooshy swoosh is air, and fluffy tough is earth. Okay. Fun. But if I make a mistake, I could vanish in a puff like Mom said. I gotta be careful. That's why I need more fluffy tough. Something really, really fluffy tough will make it better. Elemental compounding empowers a forbidden alchemist skills. Select one of 4 forbidden alchemist skills and create your own recipe. Each recipe for each skill can have up to 4 alchemical elements. Skills will be enhanced based on the elements assigned. You can choose to use the same element multiple times in a recipe. Doing so will increase the alchemy crystal cost. Okay. Forbidden alchemists can also use herbs to empower skills. Try registering an herb to one of your recipes. However, the same herb cannot be used multiple times in a single recipe. The selected herb will be used up when you use the skill. You can save up to 4 recipes for each skill, and can choose between with number keys 1 through 4 when using the skill. Kinda nice, actually. You can also register a recipe as your default recipe to allow you to use it more quickly. Use elemental compounding to create a formula using mini earth crystals, and use the compound catalyst skill on yourself. Okay. They want me to use a bunch of earth crystals. So what is this actually doing? Like, sorry, I will just say it outright. I'm not really that smart. I don't think I'm smart at all, actually. Normally my ego would not allow me to say this, but it takes me a while to learn things. So I'm probably gonna have to reread this a whole bunch of times, and I'm gonna forget, and it's gonna take a while for me to remember. But I love battle alchemy in this game, so I'm gonna want to learn it. So it looks like we can put in 4 crystals. If I wanted to, I could put in all 4 for the recipe, and this will give me these effects. Looks like we can have 1 of each, because I can't put in more than 1. So we can cancel all of these, and I want to see what the effects are. So 1 fire is bonus damage for allies and less damage for enemies. And if I keep stacking it, it raises it by 1%. So this would be giving 4% bonus damage to all my allies, and enemies will be dealing about 1% less damage. So it has a beneficial effect for allies. Water gives HP recovery. It looks like 2% per pip. Or no, 1.5% per pip. So for allies, this would give them extra HP recovery by 6%. That's pretty strong, actually. And restores 0.8% of damage dealt to enemies as stamina. So usually it takes a lot of stamina to burn these alchemy skills, so getting even a fraction of the thousands of damage I'm going to be dealing back as stamina will be nice. That's quite nice. Hey, take your time. Puzzles are made for thinking. Thank you. I mean, I feel much better about that now. As Professor Layton would say, critical thinking is the key to success. Thank you, Professor Rave. Okay, so wind gives movement speed for allies and increases attack speed, or let's see, attack speed, magic casting speed, alchemy charging speed minus 2.5% per level for enemies, up to a 10% for enemies and 4% boost to movement speed for allies. Okay, and lastly, Earth is what they want me to cast here. Incoming damage minus 0.3% for allies. Defense / magic defense minus 0.3. Protection / magic protection minus 0.2 for enemies. Looks like at max it's 1.2 and 0.8 for enemies and 1.2 for allies. Okay, what does adding an herb do? You can add up to 2 herbs. Looks like mana herbs increase water alchemy effects. Bloody herbs are for fire. Is this gold? No, sunlight herbs for wind. And base herbs for earth, which increases the effect of earth alchemy by 10%. And mandrake is all of them plus 5. So you could do a mandrake and a base herb for 15% earth. We'll go ahead and do this. I will save a formula on 1. So I could unload everything, and there's formulas for each of these. Okay. No, they want us to use Compound Catalyst. So now I'm in this skill. That looks pretty cool, honestly. And then we hit 1 and cast it on myself. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Yes, this is so good. Fluffy tough and perfect. Or, well, what if it were a bit more fluffy tough? I don't think I can. I know, I have my secret fond fronds. No, what did Mom want me to call them? Herb? She has names for everything. I need to get better at drawing girls with short hair. Something about, like, the head shape that I draw just doesn't, like, bode well for short hair, I feel like. It's just something I gotta get better at. Because I'm quite liking Taisei so far. Herb? Right, here they are. Mom says they're no good in experiments, but she's wrong. I know it. I just know to be more fluffy tough with this. Oh, they want to use one using a base herb. Fair enough. Well, I already have that one, so we're just gonna save the formula again and just use it. I love base Fonfrons. They're so good for Plip Plop, since they don't go all crumble bumble. I hate that I have to read all this, but look at that face. Do it for her. Huh? No, the Fron solution, no. All the gnaw claws will gnaw out of my head. Oh, Elatha's Orgel. Oh no, this isn't Elatha's Orgel. I'm gonna crank up the volume. It sounds strange, but I think you have to give characters more hair in order to give them shorter hair. I don't really get it myself either. Maybe that is it. Because I love a lot of characters with short hair, but I'm never able to draw them, and when I do try drawing them, I feel like it doesn't look right. Like Sylvia from Eternal Return, I love her. I love her so much. But all the times I've tried drawing her, I never truly felt like I was doing her justice. Ooh, that's an idea. We're already like 2 months late, but I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do for a Halloween drawing. Like, I wanted to draw my characters dressing up as characters I liked, but I was just drawing blanks. Sylvia's definitely an option. Maybe Sheila dressed up as Sylvia. That sounds pretty nice, actually. Anyway. Bubble Trouble, Mixie Pixie. Hey! Hey, it's a word. I know it's a word. You're not gonna catch me saying that. If you say something that's even remotely an iota close to the N-word, you can get banned from Twitch. So we're just gonna go ahead and take that and put it somewhere else. I know that it's a word. And it's even used a lot, or at least more than once or more in the Final Fantasy XIV dialogue. But I'm just gonna go ahead and we'll leave that there. Oh, what's that? That's a Hellhound Skull, actually. That's a rare drop from Math Dungeon. Ooh. Not worth the risk, exactly. Taisei. Taisei, are you alright? What's all this mess? Were you doing your experiments again? The glass from broken bottles is dangerous. You know I'd be beside myself if you got hurt. Dangerous? I suppose you wouldn't understand. You're still a child after all. Alright, let me explain it in simpler terms. You see these bristle thistle things? Bristle thistle? Whenever you see bristle thistle things like this, that means evil Fomars might come and hurt people. They all love bristle thistle things, you see. They know who shattered the glass, and they quietly follow them, lurking in the shadows. That's why she threw a potion at me when she first saw me. Waiting for when they blow out the candle and go to sleep. That's when they strike. They barge in suddenly, stuff the glass breaker into a big sack, cackling as they take them away. Far, far away, never to be seen again. Really? I don't want to be taken away. That's right. That's why I want you to be very careful, you see. I know you're very bright for your age, but prodigious talent in alchemy does not equate common sense. As your mother, and an alchemist myself, it's my responsibility to look after you. I never want to see you hurt through the careless practice of alchemy. I'll clean up the broken glass, but promise me, Taisei. Promise you'll never forget what I've told you today, alright? Okay, Mommy. Fomors, all those bristle thistle things. Scary. What do I do? Maybe I can find something to keep me safe. Something really fluffy tough. I gotta find something. And thus started her earth alchemy experiments. Ah, what a gnaw claw. Now I'm thinking about stuff from years ago. Is a gnaw claw a headache? Next time I go to court... Oh, God. Am I actually gonna... Didn't they find out that the human brain equates to, like, so much disk space on a disk drive? I'm actually gonna eat up some of my brain hard drive space trying to learn her Bumbo Jumbo, and look, it'll be worth it. Next time I go to Korab Valley, I gotta be extra careful when I'm disposing of this solution. I'll slurp it into a crystal before I throw it away. That really fluffy tough thing, I still need to find it. It was one of the herbs. I can tada it for sure. You learn that the name of the girl you met earlier is Taisei, and that she used both alchemy and herbalism to protect herself. It does seem like she was able to utilize two talents simultaneously. That would make her a potential Arcana candidate. Lara would no doubt be interested in hearing more about what you witnessed. Fair enough. Give me your outfit. Hang on. Why is the Bean Rua music playing in the middle of Tara outskirts? What the fuck? Am I having an aneurysm right now? This is only supposed to play at the inn, or not the inn, the bar in Main Matcha. Last I checked, this ain't a Main Matcha. We ain't even close. The Bean Rua is like here on the map. Otherwise, the Fomors will get you something bristle thistle. I don't want to talk to him because I haven't heard the Bean Rua music in a while. Leor, I know you have this quest to help me progress, but it's a good song. Oh Oh yeah, I forgot to mention it when everyone was gathered earlier, but there's a new event on Orange Juice. It's some new game mode that I've never played, so maybe we can do that at some point. I think it might be some kind of 2v2 mode. Maybe one of these nights. Alright, I've had my fun. Are you alright, Alexander? I apologize for not being there when you came back. After you ventured into Korra Valley, I had no choice but to evacuate the area. You see, I was ambushed. By whom, I'm not sure. I never got a good look at the attacker's face. When I'd finally put some distance between myself and my assailant, and had time to take a stock of things, I saw you facing off against some girl, so I made a tactical retreat. You fucking coward. I also like an excuse to play OJ, so we'll do that one of these nights. It seems like things got a little hectic for both of us, but were you able to find any strange herbs in Korra Valley? There wasn't any truth to the first ghost story, was there? You relate to Leor how you did pick up a suspicious herb, but on your way out of the valley, you were ambushed by a girl. You continue your explanation, describing the memory of Taisei you saw in the alchemy crystal the girl left behind. Right. There's no way such a ludicrous story could be true. How could a human turn into an herb? But more importantly, I think what you just told me offers us a significant lead in finding the mystery girl from the second story. A girl with knowledge of alchemical arts who's seeking something strong. The way you described her mixing herbs with alchemy crystals immediately caught my attention. After all, herbalism isn't exactly known for being an offensive-oriented vocation, unless one plans to club someone over the head with a medicinal root. Indeed. I've never heard of a combat herbalist before. Have you? It's so far from the sorts of skill sets we typically look at that I hadn't even considered it when conceptualizing potential Arcana talents. If this turns out to be real, I'm going to have to revise large parts of my thesis. But I can't let the fact that she ruthlessly attacked both of us, Alexander. Or I can't ignore the fact. That means there's a high chance she's hostile, so we'll have to remain... Oh boy, I think Again, I feel like I need to prefix this. I say this with zero ill will in my heart. I think she's just autistic. Okay. Continuing on. That means there's a high chance she's hostile, so we'll have to remain on our guard as we track her down. Needless to say, if this cursed girl is out there trying to harm people, it would prove rather difficult to recruit her into the Arcana Association. We also need to consider the possibility that this ghost story has been spread as a trap of sorts. That girl may have originated rumors to lure and Leor. Every time with this guy, every time. Like, I get it. Going into things, being suspicious, like, you don't want to just blindly trust everything you see in here. But I feel like every time we get a new Arcana talent, he's like, oh, this paladin who only wants to spread the word of God and help and heal people. What if she's actually a spy sent by the Vatican? Like, he's just always, I don't know, man. My grandpa is like this too, where he doesn't trust anyone but himself, and it's really frustrating to deal with sometimes. Like, look, no, no one broke into the car last night, this, that, the other. No one jumped the fence, etc., etc. Anyway, that's what I think of when I see Leor. That girl may have originated the rumors to lure and ensnare the curious, or the foolhardy. Let's head towards Tara's residential districts. That's the direction I last spotted her running. Keep your eyes and ears open, though. It wouldn't do to be caught off guard again. It sounds like Taisei, the suspicious girl, was heading to one of Tara's residential quarters. Follow her trail. Let me drink some water, because I don't think I've said a single paragraph correct the first time. Why is the Bean Rua music playing? I mean, it's not a complaint, but this is Tara Outskirts. Is this a sign to go to the Bean Rua? I highly doubt she'd be at the Bean Rua, though. Where actually do they want me to be? Much better. Is the Bean Rua theme just out here? No, I really don't know why that started playing. Strange. Talk to Leor south of Tara. What is... Okay, Forbidden Alchemist, the Cursed Girl. whatever. Just go this way. Why not? So far, I quite like Taisei. Am I saying it wrong? Is it Taise? Is it Tais? Maybe I'm emphasizing the se too much. Taisei? I like it though. We're going to the church? No, that's a quest for the goddess of Morgan. The Cursed Girl. Also, I haven't done it yet, but if you log in right now, they just straight up give you a fairy dragon. These things are like one of the fastest in the game, I think. I don't know what each of the colors is like, so I haven't opened it up yet. Well, there actually is some dubbing, but it's only in Korean. And there is one character that is voiced in English. Let's go where the wind takes us.
What's on your mind?
It's very few voice lines. This is Meryl, the Lagleen from a previous event, which you were able to replay this last Samhain, this last October. Oh, dude, I liked her so much 10 years ago when that event first came out. I'm kind of sad that I don't think she has a proper ending. It kind of just ends on a cliffhanger. So hopefully they give her some kind of ending at some point. And I hope it's a good one, because damn, dude, she's forced to go through fucking hell. Literally. In fact, if the outfits that you can pick from the event were tradable, I was actually going to swap to female and then pick the Lagleen armor, because it's really, really, like her combat armor, Meryl's combat armor. It was only available in like 2 or 3 gachas a decade ago. You can pick it from the event, but the event items are untradeable, as you can see. Hashtag not tradable. So I wouldn't actually be able to give it to my Meryl. Oh, whoops. Let's see. Well, Alexander, the first thing I'm noticing, as I'm sure hasn't escaped you, is a very suspicious scent, and not a pleasant one either. Ugh. Leor stands before our residence, alternating between pinching his nose and clutching his head. A wave of air thick with the scent of chemicals wafts past your nostrils. The smell reminds you of the herb you found in Corb Valley. I'm pretty sure this kind of person would have, like, Home Alone-style traps in their house. Like, I don't know if the mom is still in the picture, hopefully. But, like, if she's that worried to, like, use an Arcana skill on a random person, because she's worried they're gonna gnaw-claw her, or they're here to get her for breaking some thistle bristle, you know, I wouldn't easily open the door without, like, a shield out. You're gonna get hit by a paint can or something. Why does smelling this give me a splitting headache? A petite silhouette appears out of the darkness. Go away, I still haven't found the mandrake to protect me. Hold on, it's still not enough. It's not strong enough yet. Hello. Please, leave me alone. I haven't done anything. Nothing bad or evil. I'm just looking for a fluffy tough Mandy. A fluffy tough Mandy? Drawing idea? Mandy holding a mandrake? Like one of the mandrake items in this game? Do I have one on me? No. Otherwise, she wouldn't be talking like this, I guess. Why are Whiz-Fizz monsters following me? Wait, Alexander, don't attack her. She seems to have the wrong idea about us. Oh, I have something for this, don't I? I haven't had to die yet, but let's see. I think it's okay. Here it is. It'll make monsters look like Mandy, so it'll all be safe once I use it. Yeah. Oh no. No, did I not flip-flop enough? Why did it get Buzz-Fuzz? What do I do? How do I... Holy shit, what is that? Oh my god, is she schizophrenic? Give me the chain cylinder. There we go. Okay. it's not working. So, let's try some Bristle Thistle this time. Bristle Thistle? What was Bristle Thistle again? I thought that was breaking shit. Is Heat Buster breaking shit? Yes, it is. Come on, Tree Flip already. Maybe I need even more Bristle Thistle. Target the scary illusion using Chemical Carnival. The formula can be configured by using elemental compounding. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure this is just me standing in the rain, just tanking these hits, because I'm the Militian. Jesus. I can see why she's scared now. So we're gonna make a formula. I thought Bristle Thistle meant glass. Well, if we're gonna we're gonna Chemical Carnival. Deals damage equal to Heat Buster pressure plus 630% to 900% of the average of your alchemic damage for all 4 elements to enemies within the area. Subsequent explosions dealing 30% of the initial explosion's damage may occur, depending on the amount of elemental energy consumed. We're just gonna go all in fire, I guess. With a Bloody Herb and a Mandrake. How do I use this? It's just a buff, though. Oh! It's a tab. Chemical Carnival. Okay. Oh, and then the effects that the crystals and the herbs give you are different for every skill. That's why I'm pretty disappointed that we only get 4 skills for alchemy. I would have loved 6. I think that would have been a good number. But, you know, we'll make do with what we can here. Chemical Carnival. So fire for Chemical Carnival gives final damage plus 15% if you go all in on fire. Skill area of effect plus 40%. That's 40% bigger AoE. That's quite nice. Wind gives up to damage to enemies within the skill's area effect plus 5%. Oh, AoE damage up, I suppose. And then 5% of the skill's initial damage added as fixed damage. We'll add fire. I want to deal some damage. And then it looks like the herb effects are the same. I am going to have to forage so many herbs. And you know what? It's fine. Alright. Here's some Thistle Fristle. Bam! This has to work. Okay, now Trip Flop. Stay back. Feeling so fuzz. I better get really Bristle Thistle now. Bristle Thistle has been used for so many different words now. Target and attack the illusion using Fangs of Stone. Can be configured by using elemental compounding. Okay, I think I get it now. Fangs of Stone, which is pulls enemies within a 3-meter radius of the target toward the center, dealing damage equal to 5 charge water cannon damage, plus 756 to 1080% of the average of your alchemic damage for all 4 elements. Generates alchemic energy for all elements in proportion to the alchemy crystal consumption of the elemental compounding formula. Okay. Looks like fire increases the pull distance. We probably want that to gather all the ghosts in. Water increases final skill damage by 10%, and then another 10% with the water, and then another 5% with the Mandrake. It's gotta be pretty good right there, bud. Let's see. Area of effect with wind, which also might be okay. I don't see how area of effect and pull distance is any different, but alright. Maybe you even want, like, I've only been doing full 1 color, but what if we did, like, 2 fire, 2 wind? So bigger area of effect and bigger pull distance. That could be interesting. Maybe even a lot of area of effect and then some extra, a lot of pull distance and then a little more area of effect. Either way. And then Earth is immobilization duration for targets hit up to an extra 2 seconds. They'll be stuck. Considering that's a lot of ghosts, I want to hit them all in one go. Excuse me. Ate a pizza on stream. It was quite good. We'll do this. I don't know what element this is gonna It says it just does like damage based on your water cannon damage, which this might help maybe. All right, let's buzz fuzz them. Ah shit, I didn't get them all. Okay, it actually lets you preview the effect, which I wasn't expecting. Ah, gotta get rid of them now before they can get me. The strongest one. Oh, okay, so really quickly, there is a skill called Hydro Transmutation. You bring up these, it's like a mini version of the Ouroboros boss fight from the end of G9, or G10 actually. It's really cool. You bring it's just like a AoE poison, constant poison tick around it. However, in my headcanon, I've had the idea for a long time of doing a webcomic. Also, I'm gonna do that. Just pull them all. Nice. And it does keep them trapped inside for a little bit. Of isekai following my Mabinogi character, just for the fun of it. You know, I've had some ideas for it. And one of my ideas was me having a Hydro Transmutation that was just Ouroboros, the boss fight that it's based on. And that's a skill now. Serpent Call. You basically get Ouroboros.
What the what?
Call upon... Not basically, you do. What the... Whoa. Is that Raruku? That's Raruku. Hey, Raruku. Call upon the mythical Ouroboros serpents to attack enemies within a 5-meter radius circle. Deals damage equal to a 5-charge flame burst, plus the average of your alchemic damage for all 4 elements, and applies a debuff for 95 seconds. Debuff duration and damage dealt increases based on the caster's flame burst duration. Skill radius increases by 25% of the caster's flame burst range. So I should probably ban flame burst, huh? How's it going? Grants additional effects based on the number of elements consumed in the summoning. 1 element. I don't get what it means by elements consumed, unless they mean this thing. 1 element, 150% bonus damage, reduces final hit damage by 0.55% for all enemies hit by the thing. By the skill, 2 elements, 250% bonus damage, reduces defense/magical defense by 1.05 in magic defense and magic prot by 1 for all of these. 400% bonus damage, increases final damage taken by 0.5% for all enemies hit by the skill. 4 elements, 550% bonus damage. Serpent Call's debuff effect plus 15%. Consuming more than 1 element's energy will also apply all effects from the lower levels. Okay. In that case, looks like abnormal status effect plus 16% for fire. Abnormal status effect duration plus 40 seconds for water. I don't think anything's gonna live that long that's not a boss. Focus only on DPS, the AoE is too small. I was already kind of feeling that trying out Fangs of Stone. It seemed pretty small, even with the AoE like radius increase. Skill area of effect only 1.6 meters. And then skill's final damage plus 16%. Which that does sound pretty good. We'll do that one. We'll increase it even further. Alright, so I already had in my headcanon that I could do this. And if I ever do a Mabinogi, an isekai following my Mabinogi character, that is what I'll do. That's not a bad radius. So this is basically already what I had in my head. But that was only 2 of the snakes. Okay, if the ghosts are gone, that Wisfizz monster should be too. Still there? How? Why? Did the medicine just fix Buzzfuzz? You're just a monster. Just a Wisfizz monster. Get trip-flop. Why is this happening? Mom, I did everything. Everything you said. Are you okay, Alexander? It seems like Taisei is calming down. And the headache's fading. Maybe we can talk now. This might be... Okay, never mind. I'm gonna stop that thought there. We're gonna stop that thought there. Hello, Taisei. With a worried frown and hunched posture, she makes herself even smaller than her short stature. Her eyes, though, take in everything with a curious sparkle. Her hair is dark as a moonless night, and her face is serious and unsettling. Unsmiling, sorry. It's quite cute. Does she have freckles? Holy based. So much tonal whiplash lately, yes. A strange doll shaped like a mandrake pokes its face out from her herb bag. Mom, I was careful. I did everything right. But the monster's still here. Mom? Can you hear me? I'm not a monster. You try to make yourself look non-threatening as you tell the girl that you're not a monster. Taisei looks at you intently, confused. Not a monster? That can't be right. You're so whiz-fizz. You must be. Hi, you're Taisei, right? I promise, Alexander isn't a monster. They're a Militian, and that's why they're strong. He's strong. Get this they shit out of here. Okay. I've actually heard rumors that you feature in some horror stories yourself. What? No, I mean, I always listen to Mom, so that can't be. I just want to find the Master Mandrake. The Master Mandrake? Yeah, it looks like a person, but it's so fluffy tough that it can protect you from any monster. Mom told me because I'm so pitter-skitter, but if I have it, I'll be fine, and she won't have to fret sweat anymore. So I have to cleansing. So, you get scared easily, and your mother is worried about you. So you're looking for this mandrake to make you feel safer. Yeah, I think that's right. That sounds like the kind of thing Mom always says. Her speech patterns are unique, but not unintelligible, so that's fine. Sorry about that. And about making you ouch grouch. Oh, was it you who gave me that headache? Now that I think about it, it kind of smelled like a failed alchemy experiment. No, I didn't. There's no way. I followed all of Mom's rules exactly. Never reuse tools. Don't use dangerous things without her. Be wary of fire. Wash my hands really, really well. I did it all, so there shouldn't be any curses, so... Huh? Can I ask if you ventilated the room? Vent to what? Click-clack the window so it can whooshy-swoosh? Is that another rule? How come I didn't know it? Well, that explains the rumor that getting near you makes your head hurt. Just make sure you ventilate the room well from now on, okay? You don't need to worry too much about it. Did you teach yourself all the skills you used earlier? Yeah, I guess so. If you put if you put herbs in your bubble trouble, it gets way better. A bubble trouble for a cylinder. Oh my god. Bubble trouble. It gets way better. You do need to be careful or your frond can crumble bumble, but there's no doubt that this is a combination of battle alchemy and herbalism, though she might not realize it. I know a way to stabilize your skills further. Would you like to learn about it? I want to know. Tell me. That's wonderful news. Alexander, what do you say we escape the rain and return to the association room at last? Leor smiles gently. Taisei looks a bit confused, but still excited. Go back to the Arcana Association room with her. Absolutely. God, she's perfect. Now, the only way... I feel like this is a character that should be speaking in third person. I don't know how to explain it, but third person would be perfect if she referred to herself as Taisei. We're just gonna work. You're calling me Whizfizz? You're looking for some bristle thistle, bud. I'll gnaw-claw you. For real, for real. I'll say the one that's gonna get me banned. How about that? Yeah. Frond. Actually, I think that's a good thing. With a worried frown and a hunched posture, she makes herself even smaller than her short stature. This is the same from earlier, but why not? Her eyes, though, take in everything with a curious sparkle. Her hair is dark as a moonless night, and her face is serious and unsmiling. A strange doll, shaped like a mandrake, pokes its face out from her herb bag. Wow, this is so glitter-chitter. Am I really allowed to be here? Of course, you're an Arcana candidate, after all. Arcan, huh? Yes, an Arcana is a combination of 2 talents. And you think I can do that? You already do. Let me show you. I need to create a symbol tied to alchemy. This will take just a moment. It's warm. That's nice. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's a symbol that combines battle alchemy with herbalism. If you use it as a focus, you should find your skills become much more stable. Whoa! What the whoa? So, excuse me? Rave? So, what exactly do you want from me? I don't really know how to do that much. and this seems like a place for cool and special grown-ups. I'm not that. You're welcome here anytime, Taisei. I don't know how to word this. I don't know how to word this without sounding weird, so I'm just gonna say it anyway. You know how video game characters have like an affection meter or something if it's a game where like dating is a thing or like marriage? There's some games like that, right? Persona or Rune Factory, what have you. As the quest goes on, this meter keeps going up, is all I'm saying. And that's not a euphemism. I'm at like 90% right now. She's perfect. I would have preferred long hair, like a la Hex Maniac. You know what I'm talking about? She gives me that kind of vibe. But, you know, maybe this is an excuse to finally get better at drawing short hair. Anyway. It's a place for you, Taisei. You're a promising Arcana candidate. Actually, let me ask formally. For my position as Association Head, Taisei, would you join the Arcana Association and assist us with our research? You'd be a great help. And in return, the Association can provide you with better equipment and materials, things of that nature. We can also aid you in gathering information, if that's something you find yourself needing. Oh, so you could help me find the Master Mandrake? I really need it. After all, the world is full of monsters, and I don't want to make a mistake and get taken away and vanish. I love me some Hex Maniac, man. Goddamn. I don't know what this type of character is the thing, but I love these. I only have Umbra, I think, that fits this bill. Well, since we were able to determine that Alexander is not a monster, and neither are you, don't you think it will be okay? From our investigations, it doesn't seem like there's a real threat. What? No, you can't say that. If the ghosts hear you say things like they're not real, they'll get really, really angry. Please don't do it again. Right, sorry about that. We can definitely help you find the Master Mandrake if you join. I can be the Master Mandrake, just don't throw me in a pod or something. Gloomy is a good word for it, Matt. But it sounds almost a little insulting, and I love this. I would not want to insult her. Even if we seem to have some differing opinions on the matter of ghosts. Great, I want to join. Let me in the canny aspiration. It's Arcana Association. But you don't believe me, do you? I promise I'm telling the truth. It's really dangerous to say that there's no ghosts. That's how you get cursed horribly. Well, maybe if you can bring me some proof, I'll reevaluate my opinion. How about this? We'll trade. While I gather information about the Master Mandrake, you go find proof that ghosts exist. What do you need proof for? Don't you ever see the sparklies and the tricknicks? Just look behind us, and something will be moving, probably. But fine, if you really need it, I'll tada you some proof. Thank you, Taisei. Now, can you give me a moment to talk with Alexander? This is where Leor would be like, bro, he'd like give you a look like, what do we do with her? She's perfect. Leor takes you aside and lowers his voice. Alexander, now that Taisei has joined, I'd like to keep your focus on researching the Forbidden Alchemist Arcana, which combines battle alchemy and herbalism. As for Taisei's other interests, well, she's young and clearly believes very deeply. We should proceed with caution. When she returns with her proof, we can simply debunk her stories one by one, and hopefully get her to re-examine her beliefs. Taisei, after seeming to grow tired of staring intensely at Leor's back, crouches down and begins to speak in a loud whisper. Mandy, we're gonna stay here for a while, okay? It's too bad about the fluffy tough Mandrake we lost in Corb Valley, but I'm sure we'll find the Master Mandrake in no time. Who is Mandy? Oh, this is Mandy. I made him to show people when I'm looking for the Master Mandrake, like a sample, but now he's my friend. Taisei points at the Mandrake doll she has in a pouch on her waist, with a giggle. I see. Maybe I'll have to take this search seriously after all. Thanks for your hard work today, Alexander. Make sure you drive off. Taisei has joined the Arcana Association. Together you can delve deeper into the Forbidden Alchemist I can't read! Arcana talent, of which she has proven a paragon. Out of my fucking way! I'll push this podium over! Give it here. Oh, I think I have to quest complete. Yeah. Arcana, Forbidden Alchemist. Started research the Forbidden Alchemist Arcana talent with Taisei. Let's go. Elemental compounding. Absolutely. Hand it over. So normally I'm Sacred Guardian. However, I mean, like, hand it over, baby. Now, it's going to be limited for a while. But I need to find a way to get my slots set up. I probably don't need rain casting on the hotbar, do I? I like having Dynavolt Smash on F3, but I'm not going to be using Elemental Knight for a while. Either way, so these talents, or these Arcana skills... So I can make the things, but I actually can't use it right now. So functionally, I can't do anything with Forbidden Alchemist until I level up, which we'll figure out a way to level up right now. But I completely lost my train of thought. Use on default, yeah. Although I like the idea of having different setups, different loadouts for the different skills. Remy is still here? Oh, right, she's from the current Master Plan event. Which, by the way, you listening right now could play this game and get boosted all the way to level 20,000. I am currently, 57,631. That sounds like a lot, but I've been playing this game since I was 15. I'm 30. Maybe even younger than 15. I played it in, like, 2009, however long ago that was. And you get, like, not end game, but, like, mid-game weapon of your choice. They let you choose any of the Arcana, not the new 2 ones, I think. And you get it max level with full crests. So that would normally be quite the grind, which means I have quite the grind ahead of me. Yeah, I'll set up whichever one I like. I'll experiment, and then I'll set the one that I like on default. Okay, where's Taisei? Where is she here? Just hiding in a corner. God, she's perfect. Did you have something to talk about? If not, let me brew stew. I'll come up with something, so you don't need to go. I know lots of stuff. Lately playing with Mandy is a bit... Oh, what am I saying? He'll hear me. Let's just talk about something else. What is it? Is it gonna be Shiver Liver? You gotta warn me so I have time to get fluffy tough. It's nothing scary. Mom always says I should try to use the same words as other people, and it's not nice when I say things like scraggly jaggled and squishwash. But the words other people use don't sound right. When I say them, it doesn't sound like what I mean. And then I have to think 2 or 3 times before I can say anything, and my thoughts end up lickety-zip past me. If I don't speak fast, I'll never keep up. Understandable. You need to talk to the Arcana guy and select her to start her Link quest. I think I actually will. We're not going to progress it much right now. Let's see. About Arcana talents? No. Arcana links? No, this is just tomorrow. Do I even have the... Oh, Promising Arcana. I thought that would be to just unlock the Arcana. Sure. Oh dear, it seems there's nothing new to report regarding Taisei's Arcana, and that means there's not much I can help you with at the moment. This may be an opportune time to raise your Arcana for Forbidden Alchemist to Link level 1. Understandable. Okay. Oh my god, that is a fantastic dress. I thought that was more of like, I can never think of the word, but you know, like the... I can't think of what kind of dance that is, but I think you kind of get what I mean. Okay, I don't have any gold, so we're just gonna level it up. Okay. Now that I'm kind of on my own, we just need to level up, so let me delete some stuff. Oh, that is a lot of stuff that went bad. Yikes. No, I missed out on a bunch of unrestricted dungeon passes. Damn. A lot of them. For real. Okay. We're gonna gamble. It's gonna eat up a lot of inventory space, but we're gonna do the VIP membership. Every day you get a bunch of items. On Fridays or Saturdays, I think, you can get 15 passes. 15 Beltane passes, 15 Shadow Mission passes, and 15 Dungeon passes. Which I don't even know if Dungeon passes do anything anymore. I'm not sure how that works, but we're going to get the random boxes and hope I get passes out of that. Just going to crank these open. I think I got some passes. I would like to run Nowhere to Run right now. We're going to thistle bristle those zombies until they gnaw claw. But I want to open up some inventory space here first. Yeah, because they got rid of the cheese from Revived Illusion. It was a free mission. You could just go in and out and then hit level 200 like right away if you had the right bonuses on. I'm just double checking my guard cylinder's not in here. I don't believe so. Yeah, I still got my guard cylinder. Okay, I need to do an herb count real quick, because this new Arcana does eat herbs. We got 100 base herbs. I'm just going to move them over here to where I can see. Got about 200 base herbs. 300 bloody herbs. I wish I could put herbs in my alchemy bag. We don't use gold herbs, and not a lot of mana herbs. Not a whole lot of sunlight herbs either. You can get herb bags now? How? And how big is the bag? Because I don't... This is my main inventory. I could get rid of the alchemy bag, and I could get rid of something else, I think. 500 what? Okay, I need to see what kind of passes I got. Did I get any Baltanes? I only got 2 Baltane passes, unfortunately. I'm gonna pick Nowhere to Run twice. And then I'm gonna see what kind of combat EXP potions I got. I have some 4 times Ledecas that are gonna go bad, so I'm just gonna chug one of these. And I think we're good to go. I'm not looking to min-max this much, so we're just going to go into it. No need to use elemental compounding, so we're headed over to here. The problem is I don't have a rebirth lined up, and I don't have rebirth pots. Special unit. This has one of the best songs in the game, and I will not hear otherwise. I do have a forgetful pot. You can't use the forgetful pot in the mission, though, I don't think. Pretty sure they edge cased that. I can do this and then run like a daily shadow. Okay, we're gonna do... I might actually do scrimmage. It won't give a whole lot of EXP. Do I have to repick my bonuses? Or does it remember the ones that I like? No, it remembers the ones that I like. 4 times combat EXP. Oh, and I also have a yellow prism, I think? Yes. No, that's orange. I do have yellows. This doubles the combat EXP on top of everything else. So this, that, and we're just going to run... We'll go into... I do have 1 scrimmage pass, so we'll do this. Although I'm worried about scrimmage because I might not be able to kill the boss at the end. I'll do it anyway. Maybe the way that they've rebalanced Battle Alchemy, I'll be able to do it just fine. So this mission's going to be laggy. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. It's going to be laggy. You ignore the tutorial. You pick them in order of best girl, and that's definitely what I just clicked. You send everyone to the infirmary to begin the mission. This is why it's laggy, because it spawns 3 friendly units. Now the problem here is I don't exactly have... What's the one? AoE situation is not the best. I guess I could use Flame Burst. Oh no, we have Heat Buster. Okay. The problem is they're now currently attacking over here. Which if they're gonna group up like that. Okay. Looks like they're not done with the infirmary yet. Okay, yeah, they're done with the infirmary. Then you just go... Was that a huge lucky? Huge lucky for a bell pepper? I mean, I do enjoy me a good stuffed bell pepper, but not that much. So, it feels like one Flame Burst is enough to fully give you 100%, yeah, 100% Heat Buster. Did I forget somebody? Oh, there's just one straggler over here. So this is going to spawn a bunch of zombies in the center. Because I want to burn down this boss, I'm going to take some time to set up rain casting. What? They actually canceled my rain casting. I didn't think they'd be able to do that. Send out a doll bag. Well, rain casting's not going to be back, then I'll golden time this Buster. I need to kill him before he kills all of my allies. This is like negative frame rate. Ooh, just barely. Water cannon has splash. Yes, when it's fully charged. Anything worthwhile? Nope. I think I had, and then I used Elemental Wave. Which, it's a 60-second buff now, which is such a good change. So you can just spam Heat Buster, yes. But you don't get the max Heat Buster back. You have to, like, weave in some Flame Bursts, I believe, also. I'm gonna lower the Elemental Marble a little bit. I normally keep it, like, around here, I think. Oh! The Attribute Marble actually sees how many herbs you have now. That's pretty cool. Okay, also, that only gave me about 20 level ups. Yikes. In that case, I guess we are just gonna know where to run. Is there a way I can get other passes, Raruku? Like, is there an event shop I'm somehow missing? Oh, if you cancel out of Flame Burst, it takes it away. You can, but it's hella RNG. I don't like the sound of that. So normally, like, the ideal way to actually do Nowhere to Run is to just spam Fireball. If you're strong enough to just OHKO everything with Fireball. However, I'm using Alchemy, man. Let me have this. Oh, Steel Shops. Nice. You can't spam Heat Buster. You have to build up the meter, Raruku. Good times, like I tell you. You gotta weave in a Flame Burst. So that raised compound catalyst. Wait, you can do that? Wait. Well, I mean, I have elemental wave. Does it just give you full? You can do that? Holy, you don't need any meter? Oh, well, RIP headphone users and RIP frame rate then. Thank you, Arcana. My bad for not believing you. It says you have 0 meters, so I didn't know that was the case. Alright, we're really gonna not plumb. What do you mean it'll last 5 minutes? Am I missing something? Oh, the golden time buff. Really? It says scroll duration 40 seconds, bro. I love that I'm actually dealing damage with this. Are there any other EXP effects I could be having right now? Other than like a cleric party? Divine Pet Link gives EXP? My Divine Link is rank F. I mean, sure. I just barely got Divine Link the other day. Also, my apologies for the crappy frame rate. Computer's struggling. Oh, doll bag. Which doll bag? Like the... It's like the 3 wanted ones, right? I thought that was the effect for having like the 3 blonded doll bags out. I don't actually have those on me though, is the thing. Oh, whoop. Unhand my scooter. If I want to fill my meter, I'm gonna have to throw out some other skills. I don't like how they changed Wind Burst, if I'm being honest. It's kind of weird. Yeah, what about it? Okay. Yeah? What, category? Oh, Compound Catalyst! Which is a buff. A bit chaotic of a time to figure out how to use this, though. No, my scooter! Ah! What even current level is my Forbidden Alchemist? Damn, it's barely level 2. Like, I'm happy we have Master Plan again, but this Master Plan, like, it's not even remotely as generous as the previous one. Which may be for the better, because the last Master Plan was like, they gave out way too many stuff. It actually became like a chore with all the stuff that they gave out. I keep wanting to call this skill Blast Bomb, but I think that's one of Ronin's 2-bar skills from Grand Chase. Elemental Amplification. I want to get at least the base skill. We've seen all of the skills and how the buffs worked on them through that little shadow mission as. Oh my god, how did I forget her name? I am surrounded by zombies, alright? Lysing? No, it was something along that. I know this say, but really pronouncing it. Okay, now we gold time, elemental wave, and we're back. Okay. I might need to take out the other doll bags for my bank. They give me that little bit of an EXP boost. Hi, Say. I think. Hello, buddy. You want to pick up the gold? Thank you. I hate when the zombies get stuck here, because these guys are just making this take longer for me, bro. Just like that. Elemental wave is good. Okay, look, bud, if you're not going to be picking up the gold in a timely manner, I'll send out some other doll bags. Make it even laggier. Also, I probably need to hella stock up more on crystals. I got a couple thousand of each. I fear I'm gonna run out soon. Once I actually get the combat skills from Forbidden Alchemist. Elemental Amplification. Huh. Fascinating. Oh. Wait, can I use just fire? Yes, they actually didn't show that one off in the tutorial. Yeah, that doesn't give me pressure though. Just about ready to head out of here. And we're level 200. How I'm gonna level up again after that, I'm not sure. Or rather, how am I gonna... Well, I do have this. No rebirth, but I do have forgetfulness. This one expires in 12 days. Those 26. Back to level 1, but in order to run a Baltaine mission, you need to be level 60, so... Kind of throws a wrench in things. Guess I'll just run a Shadow mission. Wait! Wait, no! Oh! Okay, never mind. I was like, wait, I didn't get my free 60 level ups because it's only on Rebirth. Why don't we go do the Shine Seeker dungeon? Actually... This isn't difficult, but it's got some decent drops, I think. What? Oh, do I have to go grab those? Still getting used to the AI, or not the AI, the new UI. Sure. Okay. I like that it uses the dungeon, like, tile set, for lack of a better word, of the Turnanog / Otherworld dungeons. Okay, may as well. I'll run this, like, once and maybe call it for the night. Amplifies the effect of the formula created via elemental compounding to all allies and enemies. Huh. Oh, so I can get the ally effect by casting it on myself. That makes sense. So, what would be the best one to use casually by myself? Is bonus damage good? That's HP recovery. Yeah, we'll do bonus damage. And then I'll also throw in... Does Heat Buster count as fire alchemy? Yes. And if I want to spam Heat Buster, probably this and this. I don't have very many mandrakes, though. So I will actually save this as the default formula for now. I can always just change that again later, right? Okay. Oh, you only get 1% at low levels. It's 10% when Taisei was using them. Fair enough. Oh, that's such a small bonus. But, I mean, anything helps, right? And then I actually want to find a way to put these in here. Realistically, am I going to be using the base skills? I feel uncomfortable without having Smash, Windmill, Defense, and Counterattack. I can drag rain casting to its own thing somewhere. I'm blind as hell. There we go. I'll put rain casting, like, put it here. And then I'll put some forbidden alchemist stuff here. I won't need to be clicking this a bunch, so I can just have it up there. Compound catalyst is a buff, but then this is also a buff. So compound catalyst, and then we're going to pick... What is the skill? Oh, elemental application doesn't actually have a... It has its own UI? Yes. But it's based on the beads that you have charged. Okay. Then in that case, that doesn't matter. And compound catalyst should be somewhere. Also something I'm not going to be clicking all the time. Since I won't EK for a while, I'll just put it on F3. Why not? I love this dungeon theme. It's just a shame that, you know... I don't know if they've fully gimped the other world dungeons yet in the story. But just like that's the only place that you hear that song. We should get the generic ass boss theme here. Not that it's a bad boss theme, but you know, the other one's better. I need to raise my wing. You get a bit by using water obviously. I do have Key Quest here. May as well. Oh, that did like nothing. Wow, really? This is a Fergus's guard cylinder, bro. What if I use one of my buffs? So this... No, that's elemental compounding. I have the wrong skills on. Elemental amplification. This using all four on myself. And then not this, but this. I meant to use that on myself. Oops. What if we just golden time marble spam? Damn, man. As Sacred Guardian, I would have whooped all their asses by now. Look at all them Grim Reapers. Yeah, you're right. Close range it is. Oh, does Earth Blast not give any wind? Okay. I think I'll rain casting. Yeah. If they'll give me the time. myself. And then go with it. What if I have full meter? This might just be the go-to. Also, I just realized these things don't give EXP, so I have no reason to be here right now. Okay, I'll figure it out, man. Okay, night, man. I'm gonna hop on after this too. What was that? Interesting. So I can use this and this to get the rain casting effects. Why am I only doing 4,000? I feel like I should be doing more than that. This is the last wave. Gonna group them up. Elemental wave, same thing. I mean, I guess I could punch the ground, yeah. That'll stop it from bouncing around, right? Now we're talking. 10-minute clear with Sacred Guardian. I was doing this in 2. That's fine though. I want to believe. Oh wait, oh, also this isn't my spirit weapon. Let me fix that. How do I do that? Spirit weapon swap Mabinogi. Spirit transfer. Let's see. You're allowed to transfer a different weapon type. You'll be asked to give your contract a name. Okay. 5 elemental removers and 1 spirit liqueur. I had trouble finding this item on the Japanese server because I couldn't figure out how to find the right word for liqueur. Spirit liqueur. 21k, whatever. Okay, and do I already have elemental removers? Yes. Spirit liqueur. Alright, I'm headed over to Birchhead. Which maybe I'll run the daily shadow mission while I'm there if it's not a cringe one. There definitely can be some pretty annoying ones. Although it doesn't matter when I'm strong as I am now. Maybe not. For my offhand weapon... What the fuck gaudy ass shit am I wearing? This was stuff that got auto-picked up, I think. Oh, and how about before we continue, I'll also pick this fairy dragon whistle. Will they let me preview them? I'm gonna have to Google this then. Mabinogi fairy dragon. These things are pretty as hell. Yeah, dude, these things are so nice looking. Okay, there's also a red fairy dragon. Oh, that's lovely. A blue fairy dragon, also nice. A green fairy dragon. Do they all have the same effect? Yes. Oh yeah, Vivace works on alchemy damage. I'm missing out on a 20% buff right now. I need to have Vivace on my hotbar somewhere. Vivace, Vivace. Look, I'm sure if Prism over here would be making fun of me right now. It's under music. There. Look, we had a 4-hour stream earlier. I'm quite tired. Alchemy charging speed and I think alchemic damage it said. And I want to pick my dragon. I've always wanted one of these, but I can't gotcha. I think they're all the same visually. Actually, I can't tell. Mabinogi fairy dragons. They have different horns. I'm gonna go with the green one. Your name will be Sylvana. Fuck. Sylvana. Alright. Ooh, cutscene. Is this thing not pretty as hell? I don't know why they're giving these out right now, but look at it, man. What? Alright, Birchhead. I'm missing out on some damage here. Spirit weapon. Spirit transfer. Weapon slot, your current spirit weapon, and the new weapon to transfer to. Material slot, elemental remover, spirit liqueur. Yes. Cylinder. And I need the new one. The one that has Erg level 50. I have 2 Fergusus cylinders, yes. Where do you see the Erg level of something? I must be blind as hell. Hang on, before we proceed with this bullshit, I need to double check. Okay, I have 2 Fergusus cylinders. One was from the last event. This current one gave it Erg 50, so I wanted to I wanted to rapid fire charge shot water cannons. I don't know which one's the better one. They're both exquisite rank. And the event's over already, so I don't think I could see. Oh, now they let you pick an armor? Or what? Huh. Wait, there's a water alchemy armor? It's a full set as well, wild. Oh, and a research AFK event started. Started yet. Mabinogi, how to tell. Items tooltip here. So somewhere in here it has the Erg level. Alright, I'm just gonna read. I know that's the bane of my existence, but I'm just gonna read. Let's see. No enchants on this one. I'm pretty sure the other one had enchants on it. Normal upgrade, gem repair, artisan upgrade, special red upgrade, reforging. Am I supposed to be able to see more text? Because it kind of just cuts out. Oh, wait. Erg. Rank S, level 50 out of 50. Ah, okay. So it's specifically this one. I'll just put them side by side. Alright, Eerie. Your new body is right over here. Spirit weapon, spirit transfer, yes. So in this UI, we're transferring it to a new weapon. And then I need elemental removers. And I need spirit liqueurs. Spirit liqueur. Okay, we're going from here to here. I should actually double check. Sorry. I got paranoid. I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I can just swap it to the other cylinder. I really should get rid of the previous Fergusus event one. It really makes me wish I picked Great Sword. Okay, spirit weapon, spirit transfer, yes. Current weapon, new weapon, and this is the Erg rank S one. And then one more time. Elemental remover. Look at this thing. It's adorable. Okay, so Eerie, you're on here now. I hope you retained your effects. Yes, okay. She still has her spirit transformation liqueur. Good. Alright, that should definitely help. And then what is today's shadow mission? Let them fight. I think I've heard that one's cringe. We'll do their method. That one's like super easy, no? How do you even get to shadow missions from here? They don't even have them. You gotta click over here. Tara shadow missions. Move now. I think I have an unlimited shadow pass, so I can just do elite. I wish you could use the unlimited passes on Corb Cabin, but you can't. To my knowledge. Their method. Wait, is their method the one where you have to have the zombies get hit? Okay, well, it's the daily one, so I may as well. What do I need for this event? The Refined Armory. I mean, Water Alchemy. Sounds pretty nice. It won't let me really preview it, though. Let's see. Reach Master Rank in 4 talents. Easy. Awaken Spirits. Is it just use Spirit Awakening skill? Sure, I have that on my hotbar. Okay. Train pets. Create a fin pet. Specifically create a fin pet? That's not that bad. I'll do that later. And then level up to nice. I already have a couple of fin pets. I guess I should turn Sylvana here into a fin pet. Maybe that's why they give you the dragon right now. That makes sense. Okay. This is just a shadow mission, so it should probably be done real quick. Lickety split, or like zippity. I forget what Taisei said. Zippity lick, zippity zip, something to that effect. Wait, aren't you guys immune to? Oh, cringe. They're immune to alchemy. Well. Won't be able to test it out, but I can bust out my good sword. Sylvana, be careful! Should probably not be doing that. Fight. Ah, Sylvana! How dare you? Sorry about that. All that prep for my spirit weapon, and then oh wait, zombies are immune to magic. Of course. Damn, dude, the zombies from here are always that tanky? They live in a windmill from me, which is surprising. Also, what's your inventory size like? Not bad at all. Oh, right. They can counter bash. Sylvana! Maybe zombies always were that tanky. Doesn't matter. I'm clearly missing something. It looks like I left one alive back here. Yeah. Also, where's all the EXP, man? Really? We're doing the weak mob, 0 EXP? How the hell do you level up now? That's not who I had my mouse on, but alright. That gave an okay amount of EXP. Fangs of Stone and Chemical Carnival. Nice. So that is 2 new Forbidden Alchemist skills. Wow. Oh, Lord Pass! Hey! I'll do a Corb Cabin. If even Corb Cabin's not giving EXP, then I don't know what gives. I need to figure out another way to level up then. Oh, did I not have a Shadow Crystal on? They give you one of those a day. Oh, did I not have a Beltane Crystal on either? Is that why it took as long as I did? Surely I had one. Okay, in that case, let me pick up Corb Cabin. I'll even crunch that other thing. We have a red prism, which is quest EXP. You can have multiple prisms, good. Now the problem here is I don't have my new Forbidden Alchemist skills on yet. I'll do... Instead of rain casting, we'll put Chemical Carnival there, and I can have Golden Time somewhere else. Up here. It's already up there, even. Golden Time. Fangs of Stone here. It's not going to let me use these because we don't have one set up yet, so let me do that. Serpent Call I don't have yet. Chemical Carnival. We'll do... Area of Effect is tiny, right? Well, 12%. I'll see what the default area of effect is, and we'll go for damage. Just do fire and a bloody herb. Although I'll very quickly run out of bloody herbs, so we'll take that off and set as default for now. And then Fangs of Stone. We'll do this. Without any herbs either. I gotta go farm so many herbs. Nice! Okay, that looks awesome. Should be fully healed since you leveled up, yeah. Decently short cooldown on Chemical Carnival. Is it truly a single target? That looks like it has a massive AoE. I guess so. It has a short AoE. I may want to actually put skills into that. Or other crystals into that. How dare you. Come on, Sylvana. Wow. I can't tell the range of that, man. Spirit weapon awakening. That was a quest. And we're done. Now, if only there was a really reliable way of getting Lord passes. Star Sapphire. Damn, that wasn't a lot, huh? Okay, I got a lot of grinding to do. And I'm basically out of commentary, so I will continue leveling up my Forbidden Alchemist. And I'll be back tomorrow with some art and then maybe unlocking Variable Gunner. We'll see. But so far, I quite like this. And link bonus-wise, I did want to take a gander at this. Alchemy damage, all up. Stats up, equally. Alchemy elemental energy gain, plus 25%. Interesting. 50%. I haven't seen what the seal or link bonus is yet. Alchemical Carnival, the secondary explosions aren't guaranteed, I think. Serpent Call cooldown minus 20%. It's gonna have a long cooldown if level 9 link bonus is only 20%. Okay. Alright, I like it a lot. Forbidden Alchemist. Okay. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye. Look at her. She's adorable. Oh, and that was all without using the base. That's an extra 20%, no? Alchemic damage by 26%. Ooh, that's pretty good.